So our topic is ecstasy. Okay. Ecstasy, or Molly, and professionally known as MDMA, is a psychoactive drug mostly used for recreational purposes, or also known as a club drug. The high calls from ecstasy, or Molly, last about 3 to 6 hours. It can cause a really heavy trip, like hallucinations and like extreme hunger. The downfall after your trip can include sweating, irritation, aggression, depression, and much more. This is a common club drug, and it's often known as a feeder drug to get you hooked onto like meth and like heroin and stuff. So yeah. Each time you trip off of ecstasy, it is known to like give a harder trip each time. Yeah.
So during the 1970s, MDMA, or ecstasy, or Molly, was legal. People actually used it to cure mental disorders, but in 1985 they decided that it was going to be illegal because they found out that it does not cure medical disorders. In fact, it has long-term damage, actually, and those damages include panic attacks, depression, anxiety. You can eventually overdose depending on how much you consume, and the signs of an overdose includes dehydration, seizures, panic attacks, and other things like that.
The dosage of MDMA can normally range from 80 to 125 milligrams. The ways people can ingest it is you can use it as a capsule or a tablet. You can drink it as a liquid, or you can snort it as a powder. Most people who get the powder or the capsule, which is also normally sold as Molly, can also get other drugs such as synthetic caffeine, which is also known as bath salt. People who use MDMA can normally combine it with other drugs such as alcohol and marijuana.
Ecstasy is commonly known as methamphetamine. It normally affects the nervous system, but long-term physical issues is caused by ecstasy, such as dental problems, skin issues, weight loss, heart damage, structural changes in your brain, which like it messes up your brain so you can't think straight. Drugs may have a reverse effect to the point where everything it did to you in the beginning, like you used it so much that it reversed everything and it might turn you back into normal. And like police officers and like doctors, when they test you to see if you had methamphetamine, they use urine tests, and it basically is used based on a chemical reaction to like it's a solution inside of a jar, and if it turns like black or it turns like velvet red, that means that you have methamphetamine in your system. And if it turns orange and brown, that means the methamphetamine was mixed with something and you have crystal meth in your system. Facts about methamphetamine are it basically treats ADHD. It can be made from home. That's why it is such a popular drug in like the world of like gang violence in the drug world. People that use ecstasy have a very high risk at blowing themselves up and blowing whatever lab or home that they're using it in, because it's very like toxic. People that use methamphetamine when they do it from home, they basically make it out of battery acid, drain cleaner, lantern fuel, and antifreeze. Those are the main things that people use at home for methamphetamine. And children are prescribed with ecstasy, but it's like a lower dosage. It's not really ecstasy, but it's like something that's close to it, just so like children don't get hooked on it as a low age. And then as you get older, you basically go on to the actual form of methamphetamine, but they try to like lean you off of it because of how strong it is and how much you can get addicted to it.